Stay by Bye Sweetheart or Constant Comment. The movie comes to an end too soon, in Kageyama's opinion. He's not really one for curling up with popcorn and watching a movie, but whenever Hinata's involved, things kind of just happen. They didn't have anything to do on a Friday night, being lame freshman volleyball losers without girlfriends, so Hinata had suggested a movie, and Kageyama had suggested his dorm room. And then they'd gotten instant soup at the campus Quick-Mart and burned their tongues on 2 hot ramen cups as the opening credits rolled on the screen of Kageyama's ancient laptop. He had stacked it on top of all the textbooks he wasn't reading for class, so they wouldn't knock over or trip over the power cord while watching, but really it was because he didn't want it to get in between him and the possibility of Hinata's sleepy, cuddly prone limbs. Apparently he likes to torture himself. Now that they've watched 2 movies, both Hinata's choice because his movie privileges were revoked in high school, he and Hinata are clumped on Kageyama's twin bed against the wall. There's no light outside, so all Kageyama can see, if he looks, which he isn't, is Hinata's blue-lit nose as he sleepily watches the final scene with his cheek smashed into Kageyama's chest. He's got one of Kageyama's legs caught between 2 knees, and his arms are wrapped around his stomach like an octopus. It's stupid, and awful, and really, really nice. He's glad his roommate is gone for the weekend because he can't keep telling them that he's not dating his best friend when the guy keeps catching them in positions like this. He's not sure how long he can do this anyway, because he's no good at feelings and he might ruin things with them. The screen goes black with the sound of credits music, and Hinata blinks. Yawns. "What time is it?" he mumbles, lifting his round face up to Kageyama. Kageyama rolls his eyes. "I don't know. Check your phone." Hinata whines a little. "My arms are trapped," he mutters. "Your arms are trapped? Around me?" "Can't move. Too tired," says Kageyama. He stretches to the head of the bed where his phone is charging. "It's 2 a.m., he says. Hinata finally, sadly, disentangles himself and rises up into a stretch, squeaking when his spine pops. "I didn't realize how late it was," he says to the room. Kageyama sits up, tugs at a loose thread on his shorts instead of looking up at Hinata's slightly muscled back through his striped shirt. Hinata slides slowly to the floor from the high mattress, and then turns back to Kageyama. "I should go," he says. But his eyes are half closed, and he looks so dumb and soft that Kageyama short-circuits. "You," he starts, and Hinata blinks at him. "You don't have to." There's a long silence. "You can sleep here. With me, if you want." Hinata says eventually, biting at his nail for a second before he catches himself. "Okay, I'll stay." They putter around the room awkwardly, and Kageyama even hands him a shirt from his drawer, but he can't seem to look at Hinata in the eye anymore. It goes like this until there's nothing but sleep to do, and Hinata slowly crawls back onto the bed while Kageyama strips down to his boxers. He comes up to the bed. Hinata's socked feet are in his field of vision, overtop the red comforter that he picked out for Kageyama because Kageyama doesn't care about that kind of crap. He only cares about one thing. Well, 2 things. Hinata and volleyball. "Hey," Hinata says, and scoots to the edge of the bed. His knees bump Kageyama's legs as he moves, startling him into looking up. Hinata looks just as nervous as he is, even if his hands aren't shaky as they rise to tug on his sleep shirt. I like you too. Kageyama exhales shakily and allows himself to be pulled into bed, nudged and arranged until they're both under the covers with Hinata curled up against him. He watches, amazed, as Hinata settles in on the pillow next to him. So close he can see the glint of light in his big eyes in the dark. Can feel Hinata breathing from the movements of their stomach brushing against each other, as well as the puffs of air on his lips. Before Kageyama can say anything, Hinata moves close and presses their mouths together in a soft kiss. Good night, he says, mouth quiet against Kageyama's lips. Kageyama's chest feels tight, so he wraps an arm around Hinata's smaller body, hand sweeping up his back to rest between his shoulder blades. He leans his forehead against Hinata's and closes his eyes. Night.